So we want to develop a GUI page where employee can do registration for a company purpose. So we want to develop a registration form and later we want to develop a simple login page. Two things. But we want to do this all inside a NetBeans because it's easy. Manually writing in Notepad will take a lot of time. So we would prefer write the NetBeans for drag and drop system. So to do that, before proceeding with the Java program, we have to do the database part. So those who have already created, you can use this link here. Otherwise, we have to begin with this. So we need to create a table with columns like employee ID, employee name, mobile, email ID, username, and password. You can add more. We are taking minimum here. And once you develop this GUI page, graphical page, now we know that we have to add listeners to it. So in the registration form, like later, once the table is created, now we have to do the registration form GUI page type. The second part would be developing a GUI application using NetBeans, where the employees can register by entering their details into the form actually. So whatever we enter on the form should be transferred to the database. We have to do. So for that, we have to now, third step is write the code. So once the GUI graphical page is developed, we can start writing the code for the register button. Means listener, event handler code. So behind the register button, we should write a code. So that steps also are simple. Means to do the registration, first I need to get all registration form data. Whatever data is found on the registration form, your employee ID, name, whatever is there, I need to get and store it into the Java variables. Means we have to get the text from the graphical pages. So retrieve all the graphical form data and store it into the Java. And the next step would be we have to write further the code for connectivity, database connectivity. We have learned earlier. So that's all the steps we have to do. So we have to connect to database and now we have to start inserting these employee details into the database. So we have to first at least finish this. This is for the registration. Once you finish that, we'll be going for the next level. That is a login page code. So again, we'll start developing a GUI page for employee login, wherein we have to accept a username and a password. Then we have to write the coding for the login button. Means event handling code. So on the login page, we have to again follow the same steps. Retrieve the login field data. Login form has login username and a password. So both we have to retrieve from the login GUI page and then put it into the Java page. Once we have done this, now we have the data, we can start connecting to the database and check whether this username and password is present in the database. So if that result is retrieved, some result has come, means you are logged in successfully. Otherwise, login has failed. So we want to do these all steps in a coding process. So already every one of you know this part to develop a table, to design a table in a server. So we are using MySQL server here. So I will just try to connect to the MySQL server. I enter the password and we want to use here MySQL database. So now we can create our table. So I will just write the queries. The first step. So we are writing solutions for that. First we have to write the command. Create. So I think all of you know this part. We are not going for the exact real-time development of the table because there we need more concepts, constraints. There are a lot of concepts in data. We are just going for a basic table. So create a table of employee and just write the EMP with the columns. Let me enter the columns. Names are PID unit, or we can depends upon the database which you are choosing. So if you don't want username, you can use email ID itself as a user ID. So that's up to you. As of now, I've just written as one username, which is like some password, which is also okay. So this is our table creation. So this SQL command, you have to type it inside the tables. So table description. You can check the table description by just typing the name of the table. You get the list of the columns present. So we have created the table. So I'm writing below the command to see the description of the table. See, every one of you know this concept, so I'm not explaining much of it. So this is to do the description. The first one is for the creation. This whole command is for the creation. Now that means we have finished the first part of the our database has a table to store these. Now we have to develop a GUI app in NetBeans to register an employee details into the database. Means we have to actually accept employee details. So what are the employee details required for this part of the database? We have some 5 or 6 columns here. So we have to take these 6 information from user using a GUI form. So in GUI form, we have to design these input fields. So one text field to accept an employee ID, one text field to accept the name of the employee, file of the employee, email, etc. All this. So just matching text fields. So to develop this in the GUI app in NetBeans, we practiced yesterday also. Just writing one new project. This project is giving a name to it. UNP. So in this app, we can develop a lot of features. As of now, we're only doing 2 things. One is registration form, and other is a login. So inside this app, I'll expand it. And just go to this package, this independent package, and develop a new string and name it as registration or register form registration. So in this registration form, how many data, how many inputs we have to take from the form? What all we have to submit? We have right. So I'll just write here. This is employee ID. We'll make this and make this as name of the employee. We are not doing the perfect one, just a basic. For perfection, we have to spend some time. So like this, I can copy this and try to paste it instead of that. I can copy it, label, and paste it. It is 60. So this is the name. This is for the mobile. This is for the username. This is for the password. So alignment also we can do it later. First we'll focus on the coding part. The coloring and all we can skip it as well. We'll just focus on the. Now if you want to just give a heading for this page, I can give a label, empty label like a label where I can just write the title of the form. This is like a registration. Just for visualize. Now we need text fields beside this and one submit button. That is a register. So we have to just drag and drop some text fields. So for beside every label we need a text field. So let me copy the same text field and paste it. So there will be six text fields we need like password. See for password we can take a password text instead of a normal text field because text field is visible. The text in the text field is visible to everyone. But generally password should not be visible to anyone. So passwords, there is another field called as password. So we will use text fields for the normal ones. But for the password, we will take another field called as password. So this is a password field. You can choose this. Only difference between text field and this is whatever we type on text field, it's visible. Whatever we type on password field, it won't be visible. Like a star or dot solution. I will try to give some names to these variables. So each text field will start just giving even the as of now. But in real time, we'll give the proper names like EID text field, name text field, mobile text field. We give a lengthy names. But as of now, I'm just writing P1, P2 because in coding we need to use this. This variable is required. So we can edit the text as well. We give the name of the second text field. I put the text. Maybe this is P2. So we are taking six text fields. You want to, in between, you want to preview the design, you can just right click and say preview the design and do it so that we can have an idea. So in this is not visible completely, so you can extend the length of this layer. So it was not visible because instead of running the program in NetBeans, you can check these with the various formats, design formats. So it's disfigured, so you need to just pull it out. Plus you can manage it later. There's all the alignments you can check it. Now we need only the button. So we need one button. See, we have to use many components, check boxes, gender, for example, if it's a gender, video buttons we need to use. Text. Do the design. So we got some simple registration. Still the label is not loaded. Expand the label. So as of now, if I test it also, nothing will happen. So we didn't try the coding yet. The design is ready. We have to just enter the data and click on the register. That's what we're going to do. So with this, our second part is ready. We have developed the GUI app in Netflix, register the employee's details so that it will be entered into the database. Now we have to do the next step is write the code for the register button. So in NetBeans, we can do the coding inside the register. That means event handling. So for that, we have to just double click on the button. So once you do the double click on the button, we'll go to the background coding where we have to do the event handling code. So what action should be performed when register button is clicked by someone? So that coding has to be done inside this method called as action. So here we need to do some. So what is the coding we have to do? So we have to write the code for register button. What we should do is, so just for that you can imagine that when user will fill the form, when he enters the data and fills the form. So what exactly will be the first step is to collect this data. The data which is there in the form text fields, we have to collect it in the background programming. So we need to do first in that coding is retrieve all the employees details from the GUI page, or I can say components. In that like text fields are there, whatever is there. And then we have to store it in some Java variable, suitable Java. Let us do this step first. So we have to go for the coding part. Coding of the registration part. So always double click on the button and go to the code behind the button. So now that is what we have to do is we have to retrieve all form data. In the form, how many text fields we have to replace? There are 6 text fields. So if you want to check, give the text field name and just press doc. You'll see what are the methods we can, what are the functions available. So even if you're at a beginner level, we can check it one by one what I can do on the text field. So here we can see create image, cut or disable, whatever you want to do. You can guess it actually. So while you go through it, so our action is retrieval. I want to get something from the text. So even if you don't know anything, you can just create an object and check the object methods. So here we have something like get text of the text field. So at least minimum task is getting the text. So once you learn few designs, you'll understand. So we have more options here. What you want to select from the text field, whole data, partial data, starting code letters. You can do that. But as of now, I want to get the whole text of the text field and store it into some Java variables. So I'm writing Java variables. The first one is the employee ID. So this is an EID variable. That EID should be a number. It cannot be a string right now. So the employee ID, which is there in the text field, should be a number. But in the text field, everything is found in a text form. So we need to use parsing method of integer. Already we discussed yesterday's class. So we have to just convert the data into the integer form. So about integer dot parsing. Now after that we need to start retrieving the name. So just check the data of the form. At least you'll finally keep the form and compare that. If it brings with some errors, small errors, we can even run the program. It will overlook this. It will like comment this. So we have to retrieve the PID, name, mobile, email. So I need to know if the data of name of the user is equal to the text field name is P2 or get text. So now the name is a text format. You don't have to do any conversion. So name, the text field, in the second text field we have a name, which is a text. I don't have to do conversion. So string name, I will directly get it from the text. Third is a mobile number. So as of now we have taken int here. Otherwise now I have to change long names. As of now I'm just taking in mobile. Otherwise we'll change the table as long. T3 dot get. But this is an increase of get text value. So that we have to convert later to integer by using integer dot parse. And then we have to go with email ID. Email ID is email. So there have to be conversion. And the last username password are also text. Type in username. We have the text. Basic stuff. Text. So that means we have retrieved all the employee details from the graphical page of components, that is the text fields, and we have stored them all in the Java. Now, what is now remaining is we have to transfer them to the database. So, for that, we have to connect to the database and insert this information into the database. For that, we have to follow the same steps that we have done in the beginning. Any database correctly created programs, we have to start with the database connection. So, for that, now we will start with the first thing is driver registration of this loading of the driver. So, for that, we have already done. We are using the MySQL server, so we need a driver of MySQL server app. We can establish a connection to the database using the driver manager class, using a method called get, which is a static method. And in this method, we have to pass three inputs. One is the URL of the database, that is complete details like conversion protocols from JDBC to MySQL protocols, and then we have to just go for the IP address of the system. We have to pass everything in a string in the local system, local host, and the port number of the database server is 3306 in our system, and then we pass the DB. So here the DB name is monthly. So this is the first argument. Second argument is the username, and the third argument is the password. So once we have done this, connection will be successful. Once the connection is successful, see, for these all will get some exceptions. Anyhow, we have to do that. And so later, at least we'll do the try and a catch, or else we can use throws. But here throws is not allowed. So we'll just put a simple try as of now, instead of putting so many others at the time. I'll just simply, as of now to avoid, I'll just say exception, general exception. Just putting a research with some exceptions. But still there is an error here. So we are still getting an error that means it's not found. We have to do some import statements. So these all classes belong to Java dot. We should not import the MySQL.jdbc connection. We are using the Java.sql connection. Or else instead of that, at a time we can say start as of now. So that we don't have. And this for convenience sake I'm writing start. Otherwise manually we have to, which is in real time we do the same. Like this. After the connection establishment, we have to write this statement out. But we will prefer the dynamic object called as prepare statement. Prepare, and here we need to write the query. So the query is for inserting the data. We want to insert all these 6 information into the database. So the command already we know that if I have to insert anything into the database. Registration. For this part, the command would be insert into the tables values. And we have to just write now all the 5 values with the whatever we want to write here. So here we are just writing in insert input values. I'm not typing the values because values will be taken to the user. So we don't know the values right now. We'll collect it from text data. So there are actually six placements. Now for each placeholder, we have to increase the value. So the first value is in integer type. So I will just use a certain method called as int. So for the first question mark, we will place the value which is stored in PID variable. So this information which is retrieved from the text field one will be stored in this place. So its values, first value is the employee ID. The same way now we have to replace the second question. So for that we have to set the string type because second value is nothing but name of it. So we have to set the string in place of the second question mark, and there is the data. Data is in a name variable. So we need to just write it's the data present in the name variable. So let's insert all the data, all the six values. The third value is the mobile actually. So we have chosen as of now int. Otherwise we have to start from database. We have to change data type in database as well. Then we have to change here also as well. So here we have the mobile and the next is ps.set set string of email. Set string of username. So username is CSN. Set string. The sixth question mark will be replaced with the password. So now query is prepared with placeholders. Query is filled up with the six values. Now we are just trying to execute it. And this is an insert query. Insert is nothing but a DML update query. So let's something like DML query. So whenever we have to go for execution of DML, we'll be expecting the number of rows update. So I'm saying rows update. Let me just write and we have to just execute using a method called as update because we are using DML. Insert is a DML query. For DML query, the method used is execute update. For select, execute query, and for the DML queries, we will use the execute. And here we don't have to write any code because query is already there, values are already supplied. We just have to execute. Insert. So once we have done this, just to understand is it successful or not, as of now I'm writing here registration successful. But actually we have to show the successful registration on the graphical page. So for that I'll do a small change here. In the designing tab, we'll put a small label into the label where I can put a message success or registration success or a failure. We'll put it here the message. And let me give this text as text. And the name of the label will try to give us message. So what how I'm doing here is once a user's data is successfully registered in the database, I'll put a message here saying that registration registered successfully. If there is a problem during database insertion, I should say that registration failed or registration has failed. So we want to write this message. So for that we have to do some more coding here. Put the information, I have to check the count. So whenever we have a count, we have to check it. If the count is equal to 0, that means we should say that message is a label. So I want to put a text on. I want to set some text on that registration has failed. Else, I'm just going to say on the message label, I want to show a message saying that registration is successful or registered successful. Just for confirmation here, because SOP will be on the console. User cannot see the console now. So we have to show the message whether success or failure on the page itself. So we have done till here in the reference. So that means we can run the program and check whether it's executing properly or at least the graphical page is ready or not. You can see. But now if I enter some data, there's an exception. So what is that exception we are not able to know? To understand that we have to just write a description of the exception. Now plus instead of writing that I can say the exception we return. So what was the problem with company just? That is satisfied. We got that unknown database. So this MySQL database is an exception. Actually, I will create double slashes here. Yeah. So let's start. So to do executions in database, different types of errors we have. We have an error in your SQL syntax. Okay, this one syntax error is insert into employee values. Okay, I did not put the values. So these five question marks are not replaced with a double quotation. So this query started there with the question marks. Question marks are placed in the brackets after a fixed. See, you can find a different exception, number of that exceptions. If I have entered instead of a number, where I entered a string. So we can have exceptions, for that we have to do proper exception. Registration is successful. So we registered successfully the transfer that we can check in the database. Let's check the select our so we got all the data. So this is successful. So in here any confusion for all of you? Next, we have developed the form and for the registration button we have written a code. So in that code you don't have much thing. So we have to retrieve the form data, insert into the database using DB queries. So for that steps you can simply understand here that the first step is retrieving from the text fields all the data. All the six data we will retrieve from all the six text fields and put it in suitable Java variables, integer or whatever. Once we have done the retrieval of the data from the top, now we need to connect to DB and follow the steps to insert these six information into the DB. So that part already online. So for that here I am using prepared state. Steps are already given: private loading, establishing connection, creation of a prepared statement where I can write an insert query. But in this Prepared statement will not into values. Values have to be set later, and after setting the values into the query, we have to just simply execute this YAML procedure. Your method called as execute. And just to give a confirmation to the user whether it's registered or not, we have to write a, we have to see whether the count is zero or not. If one row is inserted, I'll get a count as one, otherwise zero. So if there is any error, we'll get a zero count, otherwise we'll get one. So by this, we have finished the first part of the code, that is the registration. Now, anybody of you have done the code of developing the GUI page for employee login application from the page. So who can tell me the code for login page development? You tell if there is any mistake, I'll tell you. So now we have to write a code for login page development with two fields, username and password. So who can tell this code right now? At least first do the designing part, drag and drop. So you should tell me what should that login page consist of. Registration form I have done. So this is the structure of a registration form. What should be there in a login page? You have to answer. Remember, I cannot say because I type the code, everything will be done. Now write a code for a login page. Similarly, follow the same steps what I have done. Develop a login page, retrieve the login page data, put in the database. Three steps. Am I audible to all of you?
Directly in NetBeans, ma'am.
Okay. That means then this is our app actually.
New project.
Again new project. Oh, this is the project. This is our complete project. We don't have to pay. We can write all the programs here only and write thousands of classes. We have written our program as registration form.java. This is a dummy program. I don't need this. This is by default. So we have written the program
Design
for, yeah. So new
name.
and name it as
Login page.
then
Dragging labels.
yeah. So I'll just give a label heading like a title. I'll just keep the this one as login. Employee login. After that, what else we have to add?
Two labels.
Okay. Then what should be the second?
Username.
Username.
Password. Text fields. Password field. Button. Login.
Then
We can keep forgot password also.
forward fast. Yeah, we have to do coding for all. We'll see later. See, this work I'll leave it up to you. You want to design a new the real time. See, in the real time one, in this also I need more. I want confirm password. Reconfirm. No? One more text field should be there. So just try
Okay.
to correlate to the real-time registration, small registration form, real-time one. And then you do the coding. As of now, we just want to go for login. That's for what the password means. Again, you have to do more code. So
We
what
have to
should
clear the text field.
yeah, text field is there already. What should we do next? Design is ready. You can
Edit
preview it. You see, preview it's
variable
done.
name.
Yeah, variable name and text should be deleted. So text should be deleted with the text, and then variable name should be given. So that encoding we have to use. So name of the first text field as it's already there.
User
Yeah, already there, but it's a lengthy one. J text field one. So I want to customize it. So what should we keep here?
username.
So you want to give the text field name as username, text field name, variable
Variable
name of the text field. Okay. T1, T2 generally. Or we can say in real time we'll write text field, username text field. So as of now to reduce the timing and say T1, T2 counting. This is like we're giving names to it. T1 is the first text field, T2 is
T2.
the second text. Next, what should we do?
We have to edit the code.
We have to. So where we have to write the code? Develop the GUI page for an employee login with username and password. Now write the code for
Login button.
yeah. So where we have to write the code?
Login button. Action listener.
So we have to double click it so that cursor goes to that location. When you open that file, it will go to this location where we have to write it. This is the action listener for the button. I'll show you one more thing. So in the design part, if I give a name to the button also as login button. I'm giving this. Now just let us see the code of it. So you can see this method name has become login action format. The but what is the button name? Based on that, only the method name is given so that we can easily search for. So we have to write the code for which button? This button. If you have not
Log.
given the name to it, it will take it as button one only. J button one action format. If I give some name to it, if I give a name to it, user defined, then it will say action listener name would be login action performed. So now we have to write the code for login button. And what should we write inside that? Inside the code,
We
what should
have
we
to check
write?
the details.
Check the details. First step, where are the details? We have to go inside the login.
Registration.
No, we are not in registration now. We are in which page?
Login.
In login page. We are inside which button?
Login button.
Yeah. So what should I do when I have to log in? What I need to check? What I need to get the data? Which data I
We have to enter the compare the enter details with the saved details.
yeah. So before comparison, in the coding we should retrieve. No? We have to retrieve the data which is there on the form. We have to retrieve the login details from the login GUI page. So login details means login username and password. Password from the login page, and then we have to store it in the Java view. We have to retrieve it from the form text fields and store it in the Java view. Okay. What did we do in registration form? Just check once. In the registration form, design, in the button, what did we do? First step, what did we do here? In that button, action perform. What did we first do here? What is the first step?
We saved in variable
Yeah, saved in variables. We have to retrieve from which locations? What are those?
text field.
Yeah. So first we have to bring the data. Because data is not in the program, it is on the form. It is not in the coding. Data is in the GUI page, which will be entered during runtime. User will enter right now. We are only writing the coding for it. When somebody runs this page, whatever is available on the text field, we should get it at runtime and then convert it, then store it in the VI. So we are doing runtime, that means coding we are writing because we don't have any data right now. There's nothing on the text field. When I'm doing the coding, there is no data in the text. When you run the program only, text field will get the data. So then we have to get the data from the text field. So we are writing coding. So first step in the login form button is we have to retrieve data from the login
Registration.
page. So for that, how many data we have in the login page? You will understand. How many data user will enter? How many data user
Two,
will two input?
two ma'am.
One is username, another is password. So this is
Password.
present. So username is present in which text field?
T1.
Field, and P2 will have the password.
Password.
So we have to do the coding. That means we have to retrieve username.
T1
User
and T2.
p1 dot get text. It will give you the text present in the first text. And what is there inside that? It is which data actually? Whatever you
User.
write there, so that is actually the username. So I'm retrieving the text field data from the text field one, and I'm storing in a Java variable, right? Username. And what is the second data?
Password. String. Yes, double.
So this is pointer. Where is it present?
T2 not get text.
From T2, we have to get the text. Right. We can also get password. There's nothing in the get text. So that is actually a password. So that we are retrieving and storing it in which variable? PSD. Okay. Right?
PSW.
Now that means we have retrieved the login data from the page and we have now stored them inside the Java variable.
Java variable.
Now what next we have to do?
Connect to database.
Yeah. So that steps are same okay? Same like this. Are these the same steps?
Try
Class,
and catch method.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll just copy this code. Okay, otherwise you tell me one by one so that we'll get a revision. First, what is the first step in database connection? Anybody wants to connect to
Class
database? Private node, loading of the client. So that can be done through which coding? Class dot. And what should we type here?
employee.
Registration of driver registration. What is the name of the driver? Check here.
Form not MySQL.
This is driver. Driver is found in the form package. Sub package is MySQL. In that we have a JDBC package. In that we have the class called as driver. This is driver registration. Next, after driver loading, what is the next?
Retrieving data.
Sorry,
Getting the data.
no. we just loaded a driver. We need to then connect to the database. Okay, see the steps again. What is the first step? Driver loading. What is the second
driver
step? What is the second step?
connection.
Connection. I'm just copying as of now. You have to learn. You have to do practically many times. Then you'll remember all. So second step here is connection. So after connection, what is the third step?
Repeat statement.
So let me copy this, but I need to do editing. Now just check in this prepared statement, is the query correct or we have to change?
We have to change it.
Yeah. So what should we type here? Are we inserting or are we selecting the data?
Selecting.
So
Select
what we want to get from the database now?
username and password.
So how to select the data? Select star
Select
connect.
USN employee.
Now I'll write a clause here, where clause. I'm searching for the details of an employee whose usernames are this, whose password is this. I'll try to write, okay, for example, the database engineer. Now we have a username as key and password is also true. If I type a query, select star emp, where username is key and password is equal to, I write something. Now in employee, is there any username queue with the password R?
No.
So what will be the output here? Empty. No, the zero results here. We didn't get any result. No row has been hit. But if I write the query with the proper information, what will I retrieve now?
Complete information.
We got to it. So instead of star, if I say one information, okay, EID or something, I'll get one information. But I'll get one row only, no, if it's correct. If username, password matches, I'll get only one row information. But if something is not matching them, if I have written some wrong password, I will not get any result. So to check login validation, we are only going to write which query? Select query with the given username and password. We just check, is this username password present in the database or not? So I'm trying to search for which column data, and is a password is equal to, and I'm writing a query to search this combination of data. Do I have any combination of data with this username and password? I can say star or I can say EID. I don't have to get one. Simply I said star. I just want to retrieve if this is matching. Give me the information of an employee whose username is this, whose password is this. If something is not matching, we will not get any data from the data. Right? So this is the query. But in this query, how many question marks are there?
Two.
Two question marks. So I have to set it. So I have to set the both are strings. Username is a string, password is a string. So I want to
String
set,
USN
yeah, set which string? The first string with which information?
username
Yes,
USN
yes. So I'm setting this value. Similarly, I'm setting the second string with the given
to
password.
come PSW.
So whatever you entered on the login page, I'm searching for that information. That username password is there in the database. Now this is a select query. So is it a DML or is it a select query? Is it a DML query or is it a select query?
Select
So for select, should I execute update or should I say
up,
execute?
update query.
For select query, this is a select. There are two methods now.
Execute.
Execute, there is a method called as execute query. There is a method called as execute update. This is for which type of queries and this is for which type. Where should I type the select query? Where should I type the insert or delete or update? In which function? These commands should be typed in which function?
Select will execute update.
Check again. This command is what is the command here? Update.
Update.
So update should be in which method?
Execute update.
Yeah. So that means any of these three, whether it's insert, delete, or update, should be inside the function of
Execute update. That
yeah. These should be, and this should be inside the execute.
execute query.
Right? So select query should be inside which method?
Execute query.
So we have to run the query inside the execute. And what does it return back to? When you type a select star from something, did I get a count or did I get the result? So if I write like, will I get any count or will I get the whole result?
You get the table
Okay, that is
data.
result. Yeah, table. But if I say some insert or something like whatever, insert something else, let's write so with that, did I get the result or did I get only the count?
Only query.
Only count or the result? When we type the insert command, did I get the data from the table or did I get a number of rows of it?
Result.
Result or count?
Count.
Count. A number. We got a number. So whenever we type an insert command, delete command, or update command, we'll only see a number. How many rows got inserted? How many rows were updated? How many rows were deleted? Number. Count. Integer value. But whenever I type a select star function, select query, we will definitely get some result or no result. Some result or no result. If I say select star from EMP, where EID is equal to 3. Did I get any result? I don't have
Found.
such information, so I didn't get any result. But if I write a correct number, I'll get a result. So either I'll get a result set with one or more rows, or I'll get no result with no rows. So that is about the select. So whenever you do the select query execution, the return type is which type? Integer or result set? Is it
With the
integer?
results.
So result set. So it's a now to here we have done. Now only one thing is left. We should just check, is the result set empty or is it having some result? So we can just check with a condition. RS has any next result, means next row available or not. If its next is true, if there is something in the result set. So I will just simply as of now saying that
Login
login
successful.
success. Else login failed. So should I see SOP or should I put it on the page itself as of now? I want to see this message on the page.
In the page we have to add another text field.
Another label. Label text field will be empty like it will be visible. Label won't be visible. Text will be like empty, it will be shown on the screen. But labels will be invisible. While when you run this program, you can't see this label. You can check that. We can see only this part, this, but we are not able to see this label. We cannot see the label. Only the message is shown. Okay.
Yes.
So that label we have added, but it's invisible. We can get the data only on login. So instead of the SOP message, we want to put some message on the label. So instead of that, I'm just commenting it and writing message dot text. So within the complete group, it is just one. So in the database, we have only one user. His name is Q and password is Q. Can you move one page? You got the login success. If I get something else, okay, if you're able to get a login success, I'm writing the correct username, correct password, I'll get login success. If I write a wrong username, wrong password, I'll get a login. Is that clear? Any confusion till here? Are you all clear till here?
Yes,
Registration
ma'am.
form. You can check the registration form again by filling the. See now, this program you can run any number. And if I just say that it's like the number, it's ready. Yes. I just fill registration. So registration is done successfully. Let's see. You check in database, it's there or not. So Ravi's data is inside. So whenever he wants to do login, you need to type the username as Ravi123. Password is Ravi@1. So registration is done. Now whenever you want to go for login application, run the login page. I just say that Ravi123 and Ravi upload. So login success. If I do something, not like that, getting the login. We can change the color of this messages also green and red. We can do lot of things actually. So I can just, before typing this, I can just change the color of the label. Before typing, I'll change the label set foreground color as red, sorry, green, because it's a success condition. So similarly, we just set the foreground color as foreground is font color. So you can set the properties of the page of the labels. Whatever you type on the label, label will have this color. So if it is and the wrong information, I'll get the message. If it's a correct information, Okay, Ravi 123. Ravi 123. The password is. So we got it now. Right? Actually, we have to go to home page once login is successful. Just touch you and small phone here. I'm just trying to develop a simple dummy home page. And that I'm just giving, okay, I'm just giving the label here with a message that welcome. Just set the properties of it. You know, use the properties. You can use the font size, whatever you want, you can test it here. You choose the colors of it. So that's what up to you. You can choose the color section. This try design the dummy page. So now in the login page, I just want that whenever login is successful, I have to create an object of and this directly clicking on message object. I want to set visible again. So instead of that login success message, I want to comment these all things. I want to say whenever user is successfully logged. So whenever this logged in successfully, so it will go to the it will divert himself to the web. So I'll give you a lot of tasks role because UI is what it's one or two day task actually because we have to learn so many other components. If you understand at least the listener part, tomorrow I'll introduce more listeners to you so that like a mouse listener, some because every listener is not important for you. We are only interested to click actions now, like forms and all buttons. Tomorrow I'll teach you how to develop a notepad and some code I'll send you for the real-time calculator. I'll give you some hints for that so that you can develop the complete real-time calculator. So we'll develop a notepad, like if it's an app where we have tabs, like same thing what we have written in the, we can develop the same notepad picture where we have some options now. Similar thing we can develop. So here we can develop some of our customized tabs. Instead of this, I can say student, admin, for a company, or customer, employee. So whatever we will click on that, customer means customer login, customer something. So we can develop apps like this where tabs are used in the menu. Tabs, drop downs. So we have to use a page with some menu bar with some menus. This I will teach it tomorrow. So whatever is required for the development of that components I will teach tomorrow. And after that I'll mail you. I'll send you a lot of examples, small examples, by which you will get some idea at least. Okay? So any doubts in today's session with dealing with form with database connectivity? Do we have any doubt till here? And whenever you're developing a new app in the NetBeans, always go to the libraries and try to add in your NetBeans if you haven't added to the library. You just go to the library and just connect it to the MySQL connector. You should do. If in your NetBeans you have not connected to the chart, you have to. Otherwise, your program will not use the connector. So the connector should be there in your app or in the NetBeans in some app. NetBeans should be connected to the computer. Okay? So because already in yesterday's program we have done the app connector. We did here itself the MySQL. So currently we don't need to do. Right? Any doubts from your side? All of you are clear. So today if I give a task, Can you finish it and send me by today or by tomorrow afternoon? All Abhijit thinks on the solution. All the three have, I think, all the three are ready with the answers, but Abhijit hasn't said. What happened, Abhijit? You didn't send me the code.
Ma'am,
You didn't send the code.
actually I don't have my laptop, ma'am. That's why.